Hey there, friends, it's Pastor Derek, and I am bringing you another daily dose of hope here on this Friday. It is the first Friday in October. It's hard to believe this year is moving so quickly, but I think most of us are going to have the best New Year's Eve ever this year because, well, if you're anything like most people I've met, we don't want another day here in this year 2020. As a matter of fact, I've heard some people ask if we can just skip the fallback this year because one extra hour of 2020 is not even something we want to have present. But anyway, this is about today's daily dose of hope, not about how crazy and weird 2020 has been. No one could have predicted this year. Well, no one but God. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The daily dose of hope today comes from Psalm 132. And Psalm 132 is a reminder that we need to be able to find a time and a place and a space in our lives to worship God. It starts off here in verse 1. It says, "Remember, O Lord, in David's favor, all the hardships he endured." David didn't have an easy life. He had a 2020 type life in some of his moments. He made some bad choices. He did some wrong things. He came up against struggles over and over again. But it goes on. He swore to the Lord and vowed to the mighty one of Jacob. In other words, he promised God, "I will not enter my house or go into my bed. I will not sleep to my eyes or slumber to my eyelids until I find a place for the Lord, a dwelling place for the mighty one of Jacob." You see, what David is saying in that is that, as bad as life becomes, as challenging as things are here, I need to find time and space in my life to worship God. I don't know about you, but 2020 has been that year that it has just felt like everywhere I turn in some weeks that worship is not the easiest thing to come by. But when worship is the hardest thing to focus on, it's what's needed the most. And so David reminds us here in this, God reminds us through this psalm, through his servant David, that even in hardships and struggles, even in 2020 type lives, we need to find time and space for worship. So here's a question for you, and I hope you leave a comment here after this video. Where are you able to find yourself closest to God? Or where is that worship moment in your life? Maybe it's Sunday morning, maybe. But maybe it's walking around in nature or listening to music while you're driving down the road. Maybe it's your quiet place in your house. Maybe it's going on a bike ride or a hike in nature. Some of you like to go to the beach and put your feet in the sand. I don't know. Where do you find it easiest for you to worship? And if it's a place where you can't go on a regular basis, how can you find a way to worship where you are on a daily basis? Because worship is far more than just a Sunday morning experience. It's actually a lifetime of togetherness with God. All right, that's today's daily dose of hope. In the midst of hardships, find a time and a space to worship. All right, that's all I've got for today. We'll be back again next week, and hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. Be well, my friends.